Hi everyone! So, sorry, I usually have this video up on the 1st of the month because I usually like to wait for the month to completely commence before doing a favorites video. And yeah, but yesterday I was busy making sure that my contest had ended, that I approved, that I watched the videos, that, I changed, took the Halloween backdrop off and put on a Thanksgiving one, and wanted to kick off the holiday season with a nice, fun tutorial. So now that I took care of all that, we will jump into my favorites for the month of October. Now, the month of October is probably even harder than to pick out my favorites because I like to jump around and create looks. I don't like to be too stagnant with, putting the same products into every single month. But yeah, it was really hard because I did like a lot of different sort of character inspired looks and sort of Halloween type stuff. So it's really difficult for me to pull out a favorite. But things to me that are very worth mentioning that I can see that I used a lot of, or definitely thought a lot of, and things that I ended up having to use off camera because I was unable to film, some days out of this month because it's very busy in October. And that is Bite of an Apple blush. I love this blush. It makes you look so pretty, so healthy. It's just a really intense coral. I think Fleur Power is a great, fantastic dupe for it. Now I do like the Venomous Villain line. You all know I've blogged about it. But I have my favorites from the line, and certainly the entire thing isn't my favorite. Some of the line I would say is a leave it. So we'll jump to my next favorite from the Venomous Villain line. So my next favorite from the Venomous Villain line is MAC's Innocence Beware, and I'm pretty certain this is in almost everyone's favorite. It's just a nice nude color. It, in my opinion, is the prettiest nude cream sheen to date. I think when MAC does limited edition cream sheens, the formulation for them is better. Traditionally speaking, the permanent line of cream sheens, I've had them skip, snag, run, get creamy, end up like rubbing off and creating patchy marks. That's why they aren't always or traditionally in a favorites video of mine. My next favorite, and I think it's worth mentioning because I think that everyone needs a good base, and that is MAC's Eden Primer Potion. I wasn't sure if I would like this because I'm not a huge fan of Kat Von D's Kat Von D's High Voltage Eye Primer in Skin. This is so thick that to me it's like I feel like I have on so much stuff on my eyes that it's like it's very thick. It's better as concealer. But this is thin enough, but it's got almost a better consistency than the original formula. It doesn't, I guess it's not as creamy. It really stays put very well and neutralizes the lid and just sort of dries on the lid a little bit. So if you have oily lids, I like that it doesn't break up. I feel that the original one is more likely to break or crease than that one. Next up is my Wet n Wild Color Icon palette in Lust. This was sent to me by Lurpa Gal, one of my friends here on YouTube, and I love it because I never thought that drugstore, let alone Wet n Wild, would produce such great eyeshadows. What's funny is Spring Color Forecast 3 quad was my favorite when it came out. Palace Pedigreed was my favorite quad when it came out, but I really like this. I think this is great. It's got colors in here that are very much like MAC purples. One of my favorite neutral palettes this month has been the Vanity. I also really like the Greed and the Pride as well, but I was really just shocked with the overall intensity of these. And some of you may know that I had to pick up the all of the holiday ones because I had to drive to out of my way for these, and so I was like, since I have to go drive out of my way to these, there's no way I'm not buying one of each. So these are fantastic palettes and definitely a monthly favorite. Another monthly favorite, this I wore down so much this month and I'm not sure why, but it's MAC's Fascinating Eye Kohl. I really liked white waterlines this month. I can't tell you what it is. I just really liked brightening my eyes. I liked being contradictory this month, I guess, with my eyes. Because I traditionally like to do black liner, as you can tell. But I really, really, really liked Fascinating Eye Kohl. Definitely a favorite. Not so much Urban Decay's Yayo, because this has glitter particles that I feel are more likely to go to just wash out underneath your eye. I've never had a problem with glitter on my waterline, other than the fact that it washes out. And I've never had it like hurt my eyes or anything like that. That's why I think it's funny that a lot of people on YouTube say glitter hurts their waterline. But hey, if it hurts your waterline, don't use it. You know? Another monthly favorite this month was MAC's Prolongwear foundation. I think this stuff is fantastic. It holds up underneath like the most nervous, sweaty, oily conditions. You won't find a crack in your makeup. You could definitely kind of feel that maybe you got a little hot under your makeup and you'll want to rinse it off when you come home for the day, of course. But you don't feel gross, like it's going to crack. You can definitely stop by the store on your way home, you know, things like that. It really holds up. You know, I'm not saying that it won't, some people say it looks as fresh as when they applied it. I find that to be almost near impossible. If it works that way for you, fantastic. To me, it's not a huge deal if my makeup doesn't look as fresh as when I applied it. If it starts looking a little dewy throughout the day, I kind of think that's kind of a pretty look, to be honest. But yeah, and I like applying it with a 131. This was a really great new brush discovery because I kind of feel like I had to leave this brush for a while. Because I really didn't have a great usage for it. I don't like it with the Sculpt, but I love it with the Prolongwear. So that was a cool new discovery. Next up is MAC's Fix Plus. I use this on everything. I know a lot of MAC artists or MAC addicts use this on everything, but I just opened this and it's all the way down to here. I sprayed this on my brushes before applying certain makeup. I applied it as a base, as a setter, as a refresher, like the entire month. It feels so good. And I know California doesn't get too cold, of course, that's why, you know, I'm more likely to use it than some people. Oh, that's the one default in it. Oh, don't get your hair in the way while it's drying. But other than that, I love it.